What's your advice to parents?
Get educated. That's the biggest thing. I think many parents are completely in the dark on this, and it's a combination of just not understanding what modern technology looks like, but I think also then combined with, like you started off the conversation, fear. It's sex is taboo. It's hard to talk about with kids. It's always been like that for generations. And now, just like every generation, parents sometimes have some fear and concerns. If I talk to my kids, maybe that'll spark their curiosity, or I'm uncomfortable talking about sex with my kids. We used to live, one way I've talked about it is again, going back a generation ago, our parents could kind of risk not talking to us about it because again it wasn't as available as it was. You could kind of let kids figure it out on their own to a certain extent. It was always still best practice to have good, clear educational conversation with your kids, but I think that time's gone. I think that parents really have to talk to their kids and educate their kids about how to navigate sexually explicit material. Again, that's oftentimes not here's how you avoid it completely, because if your kid has a phone and online access, that's probably impossible. But educate them about values around intimacy, whatever those are for you. Help them to understand the problematic aspects of sexual material online. Teaching them about things like consent. It's a big one, and you want, especially, everyone, but particularly I'd want my teenage boys to understand what consent looks like and what it needs to be in their real relationships. So I think parents have to get educated. They have to have those conversations.